Hello viewers, welcome to UN College Digital Class. In today's class, I am going to discuss about very interesting and important features of C++. Those are break, continue and exit. Actually, in the previous classes, already we have discussed about different types of loops and conditional statement like if and switch case. But in today's class, we will discuss what are the importance of break, continue and exit. Already in the previous class, when I have discussed about switch case, I have used a break statement. Okay, but in this class I am going to elaborate it in details. Let's start. The C++ break is used to break loop or switch statement. It means that we can use break statement inside loop and switch case. Okay, it breaks the current flow of the program at the given condition. It means that when the condition is satisfied and break is executed, at that time the current flow of execution is coming outside of the block. Okay, it is the use of break. Now here I have represented break using a programming structure. Here I have used one for loop. Inside the for loop I have used one if condition. If the condition is satisfied, then break will be executed and control will come out from the for loop. Okay, here again I have represented the use of break using while. Okay, inside the while we are using one if condition and break. When the if condition is satisfied, the break will be executed and the control will come out from the loop. It means that break is such a powerful statement. When it will be executed, at that time it just changes the flow of execution. Now here I have given one example to explain break. Okay, here the program is int main. Inside main I have used one for loop. For int I equal to 1, I less than equal to 5, I plus plus. Here it means that the loop is supposed to continue up to 1 to 5, and inside the loop suppose we have used if I equal to 3 break. It means that here I have added the condition, when I value equal to 3, break will be executed. See out I, which is outside of if condition. Okay, and that's all. Now what will happen when the program will be executed? When the program will be executed, we will get output 1 and 2. Why? Because here the loop will be started from 1, no problem. Okay, and it will check, condition will be checked, condition is satisfied, I is less than equal to 5. Now the control will come inside the loop, and inside the loop again it will check if I equal to 3, no, then output will be 1. In the meantime I value will be incremented and I value will be 2, and the condition I less than equal to 5 will be checked again. So it is also satisfied, no problem. If I equal to 3, no, I is now 2. So it will come out. It means that the if condition is not satisfied and we will get output 2. In the meantime I is again incremented and then the I value is 3. When the I value is 3, the first condition I is less than equal to 5, which is in the for loop, is satisfied and control will come inside the loop. Okay, and inside the loop again we are using a condition, that is if I equal to 3. Yes, I equal to 3 now. So break will be executed and control will come out. It means that here we will get output 1, 2. And again I have used one program here to explain break. Okay, suppose the question is that you will enter some number and you will calculate the sum. It means that you will find out the sum of all those number, but one condition is that you will enter only positive numbers, you cannot enter negative number. If you will input any negative number, then the break will be executed. Okay, now I am going to explain the program. Okay, here the program is int main. Inside main we have used int number, int sum. Initially sum equal to 0. while true, while the condition is satisfied, it means that initially while true is satisfied and the control will come inside the loop, enter a number. You will enter a number. Now you will check if the number is less than 0, then break will be executed, and if the number is not less than 0, it means that if you will input only positive number, then the number will be added to sum. This is about the program, and at the end of while loop, suppose, and obviously you will get the output of sum, or you will get the sum of all the number. Now let at the first time when the loop will be started, you will enter 1. Then in that case what will happen? Now the number value is 1. If number less than 0, no, sum equal to sum plus number. It means that now sum value is what? 1. Suppose at the second step you will enter 2. Now again it will check if number is less than 0, no, sum equal to sum plus number. It means that now the sum value is 3. At the third iteration, enter a number. Suppose you will enter 3. Okay. Then inside the while loop, again the if condition will be checked. If number is less than 0, no, then sum equal to sum plus number. It means that now the sum value is 6. Now at the fourth iteration, suppose you will enter -5. When you will enter -5, if condition will be checked. If number is less than 0, yes, break. When break will be executed, control will come out, and at the end of while loop, when the control will come out from the while loop, the statement which will be executed, that is see out the sum is sum. It means that at that time you will get output the sum is 6. Okay, now here also I am explaining the same program again. In the above program, the user enters a number. The while loop is used to print the total sum of numbers entered by the user. Already I have explained all those. Okay, the break condition will be satisfied when? Only when the user is entering negative number. If the user is entering positive number, then okay, no problem, the program will be continued. The user will input the number and sum will be calculated in this way. But when the user will enter negative number, at that time the control will come out and the output will be displayed, which is sum, and the program will be terminated. The C++ break statement breaks inner loop if you use break statement inside the inner loop. It means that we can use break also inside inner loop, and when we are using the break inside inner loop, what happens? When the if condition is satisfied, only the inner loop control will come out from the inner loop, not outer loop. Let me explain this by using one example. Okay, here the example is that I have used int main. Inside main I have used two for loop. What are those? For int I equal to 1, I less than equal to 3, I plus plus. For int j equal to 1, j less than 3, j plus plus. The first for loop in which I is used, that is outer loop, and the for loop in which we have used j, that is the inner for loop. And inside the inner for loop we have used a condition: if I equal to 2 and j equal to 2, break. Then after the if statement, we are using the statement cout I and j. It means that inside inner for loop, we are displaying both I and j. That's all. Let me explain the program. Okay. For the first time, when the outer for loop will be start, okay, at that time initial I value is 1, condition is satisfied, I less than equal to 3, it will enter inside the inner for loop, and inside the inner for loop initially j value is 1, j is less than equal to 3, condition is satisfied. Then if condition will be checked, it is not satisfied, and you will get output. For the first time the output will be 1 1. Why? Because I value is 1 and also j value is 1. Okay. And second time, inside the inner for loop j will be incremented and condition will be checked if I equal to 2 and j equal to 2. No. So here also we will get output 1 2. Then third time j is incremented to 3 and condition j less than equal to 3 is satisfied inside the for loop, and the condition I equal to 2 and j equal to 2 is not satisfied, and we will get output 1 3. Then the inner for loop will be, control will come out from the inner for loop. Why? Because j value is now 4 and condition is not satisfied. But the outer for loop, in the meantime I value is incremented to 2 and the condition I less than equal to 3 is satisfied. Again control will come inside the inner for loop, and when control is entering to the inner for loop for the first time, j value is 1. Okay, and the condition j less than equal to 3 is satisfied, and inside the inner for loop the if condition I equal to 2 is satisfied, but j equal to 2 is not satisfied. Why? Because initially j value is 2. So the break will not be executed and we will get output 2 1. Okay, then next time when j is incremented to 2 and the condition if I equal to 2 and j equal to 2 will be checked, yes it is satisfied, and break will be executed. And when break will be executed, the inner for loop control will come out from the inner for loop. Okay, and again the outer for loop condition will be checked. In the meantime I is incremented to 3 and the outer for loop condition I less than equal to 3 is satisfied, it is for okay. Then again control will enter inside the inner for loop. Again j value is started with 1, condition is satisfied, j less than equal to 3, and control will enter inside the inner for loop, and if condition will be checked, if I equal to 2 and j equal to 2, no. So we will get output 3 1. 3 is representing I value, 1 is representing j value. Okay, then j is incremented and we will get output 3 2. Then again j is incremented, we will get output 3 3. In this way we will get output at each step. But when I value is 2, at that time we only get output 2 1, not 2 2, not 2 3. Why? Because of break. I hope you have got a clear concept on break, but still if you have any doubt then please write to me in the comment box. Now we will discuss about continue. The C++ continue statement is used to continue a loop. It continues the current flow of the program and skips the remaining code at specified condition. In case of inner loop, it continues only in inner loop. Okay, actually break and continue are very popular and very interesting one also, and both break and continues are used to change the flow of execution. But the main difference is that in case of break, the control come out from the block, and in case of continues, once iteration will be skipped. Now I am giving one example so that you will be clear on the concept of continue. int main for int I equal to 1, I less than equal to 10, I plus plus. It means that here I am using a for loop, and the for loop is supposed to be executed from 1 to 10, and inside for loop we are using one if condition. If I equal to 5, it means that when the if condition is satisfied, we will the continue will be executed. That's all only. And outside of if we are using cout I. It means that simply we are displaying the value from 1 to 10, but when the I value is equal to 5, continue will be executed. In this case what happens? We will get this type of output 1 2 3 4, not 5, 6 7 8 9 10. Why? Because I value is started with 1, condition is satisfied, I less than equal to 10, condition is satisfied, the control will enter inside the loop, okay, no problem. If I equal to 5, no, see out I, output will be 1. Then I is incremented to 2, then condition is satisfied, I less than equal to 10, yes, inside for loop I equal to 5, no, we will get output 2. Then again I is incremented to 3, I less than equal to 10, condition satisfied, inside for loop we will get output 3. In this way we have got output 1 to 3 till now. Then I is incremented to 4, then condition is satisfied, I less than equal to 10, yes, inside for loop we will get output 4. Then I is incremented to 5, okay, and I is less than equal to 10, condition is satisfied, okay. Then inside for loop again we have used one condition, if I equal to 5, yes, now I value is 5, so if condition is satisfied, and when if condition is satisfied, continue will be executed and it will force the control to skip the remaining code execution. What is the remaining code now? Cout I. It means that cout I will not be executed and we will not get output 5. But the late other output we will get 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In this way continue will be executed, and this is the difference in between break and continue. Now I am using one another program in which I have used inner loop and I have used continue there. In this program what I am using the same program what I have used in break. 2 for loop, 1 outer, 1 inner. For int I equal to 1, I less than equal to 3, I plus plus outer for loop. For int j equal to 1, j less than equal to 3, j plus plus inner for loop. Inside the inner for loop what I have done, if I equal to 2 and j equal to 2, continue. Okay, then exactly the same program what we have used in case of break. Okay, only instead of break here we have used continue. Then let's see what is the output here. Here we will get output 1 1 1 2 1 3 for the first iteration of the outer for loop and first iteration of inner for loop. Okay, then in the second case when I value is 2 and j value is started with 1, we will get output 2 1, no problem. But when j value is 2 and the condition is satisfied, if I equal to 2 and j equal to 2, continue will be executed and we will not get output 2 2 only, which is representing I value and j value, but then we will get output 2 3, no problem. It means that exactly what is the difference in between break and continue. In case of break, the break is forcing total block of inner for loop execution when break is satisfied. But in case of continue, it is not terminating or it is not forced to stop the execution of inner for loop. It just skip the remaining code execution, that's all. So here we are getting such output. I hope you have got clear concept on continue, but still if you have any doubt then please write to me in the comment box. Okay, now we will discuss about exit, which is very powerful one and very popular among programmer. Let's discuss about exit. Or if you are acquainted with C programming, then you must know about exit, but it's okay, we will explain it again. Exit is a jump statement in C or C++ language which takes an integer or 0 or non-zero to represent different exit status. Okay, exactly, exit is something which force the program termination, which is responsible to terminate a program. Exactly, the break and continue are forcing the system to change the flow of the control. Okay, but in case of exit, it just stop the execution of a program, that's all. Exit function can be used in two different ways. What are those? One is exit 0. When we are using exit 0, actually exit is a function, we know that that is a, and that is included in standard library header file, stdlib header file. If you need to use exit in your program, then you have to add stdlib.h header file with your program. When we are using exit 0, it means that it is the successful termination of program. But when we are using exit 1, instead of exit 1, you may use any other integer also, no problem. Exit 1 is representing abnormal or unsuccessful or erroneous termination of program. Actually, if you are writing exit 0, program will be terminated. If you are writing exit 1, program will be terminated. But the difference is that exit 0 represents success, exit 1 represents error. Instead of 1, you can use other integer also, which represents different types of error. Now here I am using a very simple one program to represent or to explain exit. Okay, suppose the question is you will enter a non-zero number, non-zero value, and you will display it. And here just I am using a very simple program to explain, and so that in examination also it is easy for you to explain in difference in between break, exit, continue, all those. Okay, suppose you will enter a non-zero value, then output will be displayed as valid input. If you will not enter according to the program, then exit 0 will be executed. Let me explain the program. int main, int I. Here I have used I to hold the number. Then cout, enter a non-zero value, cin I. If I, here we are checking if I, it means that if I is containing any non-zero value, then valid input, else if you will not enter according to the programming requirement, then cout error, and exit 0 will be executed. Suppose you will enter 5, then output will be valid input, and you will get the output, the input was 5. But suppose you will enter 0, then in this case you will get output error, and exit 0 will be executed and program will be stopped. You will not get the output cout, the input was 0. You will not get this output. It means that when the exit is executed, the total program execution will be stopped. You can compare break with exit also. Break is forcing the system to come out from a block of statement. It is not forcing the system to terminate the program execution, but exit is something when it is encountered, it totally terminates the program. It terminates in two different ways, as success with, and another one is error, with error. In this class, we have discussed about break, continue, and exit. I have explained what is the way in which way they are working with examples. But still, if you have any doubt, then please write to me in the comment box so that I can clear your doubt. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great time.